In Maori mythology, the world was once shrouded in complete darkness, with no separation between the sky and the earth. The Sky Father, Rangi, and the Earth Mother, Papa, were locked in an eternal embrace, their love creating a world without light. This unity, though comforting to them, left their children trapped in the suffocating darkness between their parents, unable to move freely or experience the wonders of the world beyond. These children, who would become gods, yearned for change, for the chance to break free and explore a world filled with light and life. But how could they escape such a powerful and unyielding bond? The dilemma sparked a great conflict, one that would forever alter the universe. Some of the children proposed a bold and daring plan to separate their parents, to force the sky and the earth apart, and allow light to flood into the world. This was not an easy decision, as it meant causing immense pain to Rangi and Papa, who had given them life. Yet, it was only through this act of separation, through this cosmic conflict, that the world we know was born. As we unravel the true legend of this creation myth, we will uncover the fascinating, untold truths about the gods of Maori mythology and the profound lessons hidden within their story. Lessons about love, sacrifice, and the balance of natural forces. For the children of Rangi, the Sky Father, and Papa, the Earth Mother, the growing tension between light and darkness could no longer be ignored. Trapped in the eternal embrace of their parents, the children knew they had to break free. Life, as it existed, was confined to the comforting yet suffocating darkness created by their parents' closeness. Led by Tane, the god of forests and birds, the siblings gathered in secret to determine their fate. Should they continue to live in this dark, close-knit existence, protected by their parents? Or should they dare to change the very order of the world and risk everything to bring light? The gods argued fiercely. Some felt deep loyalty to Rangi and Papa, fearing the consequences of disrupting their union. Others longed for the freedom that light and space would bring, believing that their destiny lay beyond the darkness. As emotions ran high, one thing became increasingly clear. Change was not just desirable, it was necessary. It was Tane who ultimately stepped forward with the boldest idea, to forcefully separate their parents, lifting Rangi to the heavens and leaving Papa below, allowing light to flood the earth and life to flourish. This plan was no small task. It required immense strength and courage, as it would forever alter the relationship between the gods and their parents. But Tane's vision sparked hope among his siblings. With determination in their hearts, the children of Rangi and Papa began their monumental quest, one that would define the balance of nature and shape the world as we know it today. As the gods pressed forward with their plan to separate Rangi and Papa, the tension between them began to rise, growing stronger with each passing moment. Tane, the god of forests, and his brothers knew that this was not a task to be taken lightly. The bond between the Sky Father Rangi and the Earth Mother Papa was one of immense power, seemingly unbreakable, rooted in love and the natural order that had existed for eons. How could they dare to split such a connection? Yet, as for the gods, it was clear that without light, without space to grow, they were trapped in eternal darkness, confined between the heavens and the earth. Each god had a different idea of how to achieve this monumental separation, but doubt lingered in the air. Some questioned whether the task was even possible. Others feared the consequences. Tauhiri Matea, the god of storms, stood firmly opposed to the plan. He foresaw the disruption that would ripple through the world if the bond between their parents was broken. His warning was clear. Separating Rangi and Papa would unleash chaos and bring unforeseen consequences. As the debate raged on, the gods found themselves torn between their deep loyalty to their parents and their desperate desire for light and freedom. It was a moment of internal conflict, one that would set the stage for a climactic event destined to reshape the world forever. Would the gods succeed, or would they plunge themselves into greater turmoil than ever before? In the midst of growing tension and uncertainty, it was Tane, the god of forests and birds, who bravely stepped forward, willing to do what no one else dared. With the weight of his family's future resting on his shoulders, Tane made the bold decision to lead the charge. Positioning himself between his parents, he pressed his back firmly against Papa, the Earth Mother, and stretched his legs toward Rangi, the Sky Father. With every ounce of strength, he began to push. At first, nothing happened. The bond between his parents was ancient and unyielding, but Tane was determined. Gradually, with immense effort, the Sky Father began to rise. The air grew tense as his siblings watched in awe. The darkness that had surrounded them their entire lives started to break apart. A thin, shimmering beam of light pierced through the gloom, cutting through the eternal night that had cloaked the world. The separation of Rangi and Papa, the event they had once thought impossible, was becoming a reality. As the sky lifted higher, the world beneath it began to transform. Light, for the very first time, flooded into every corner, illuminating the land and revealing the potential for life. Tane's remarkable feat was a moment of triumph, one that revealed not only his extraordinary strength, but also his unwavering determination to bring change to the world. This mysterious event, which had long been dreamed of but never dared, was now unfolding before their very eyes, bringing hope, light, and a new era to the universe. While most of the gods celebrated the arrival of light, there was one who could not join in their joy: Tauhiramatea, the fierce god of storms. His heart was filled with anger and sorrow at the sight of his parents, Rangi and Papa, being torn apart. The separation of the Sky Father from the Earth Mother was too much for him to bear. Overwhelmed by rage, Tauhiramatea vowed to make his siblings pay for what they had done. With fury unmatched, he unleashed his full power upon the world, determined to punish those who had defied him. The skies darkened, and the heavens opened as fierce winds howled, lightning crackled, and torrential rains battered the land. Tauhiramatea's wrath knew no bounds. His storms raged across the earth, uprooting entire forests, sending waves crashing against the shores and shaking mountains to their core. His siblings, now gods themselves, were caught in the maelstrom, forced to defend themselves against his relentless assault. Tane, the god who had pushed the sky apart from the earth, stood strong, but even he could feel the weight of his brother's fury. The forces of nature were at war, and the balance of the newly created world hung by a thread. As oceans roared and the earth trembled, it was clear that the outcome of this divine battle would decide the fate of the world itself. In the heart of the chaos, the world itself began a dramatic transformation. As Tauhiramatea's storms roared with fury, sending torrential rains and violent winds across the land, Tane, undeterred by the raging elements, quietly continued his work. With steady hands and unwavering resolve, Tane shaped the forests, crafting trees that reached towards the sky, and filled the land with birds, bringing life and song to the earth. The seas, governed by the mighty Tangaroa, surged with new energy, their waves crashing powerfully against the shores as they carved the coastlines. Under the fierce control of Tauhiramatea, the winds howled across the landscape, carrying both destruction and renewal. Despite the intense conflict between the gods, the world was slowly taking form, each god claiming dominion over their piece of creation. The balance of power among the forces of nature began to settle, with light finally piercing through the once impenetrable darkness. This light illuminated the earth, revealing the awe-inspiring beauty and raw power of the natural world. Forests flourished, seas swelled, and the winds swept across mountains and plains, signaling the dawn of a new age. The children of Rangi and Papa had succeeded in their quest to create a world of balance, a place where life could thrive. But this victory came at a steep cost. The eternal separation of their parents, the sky and the earth, whose sorrow was forever reflected in the rain and mist. The harmony they had achieved was delicate, maintained only through the constant push and pull of natural forces. Though the world had been created, it did not emerge unscathed. Tane's success in separating Rangi, the Sky Father, and Papa, the Earth Mother, brought forth light and life, but it also left deep wounds. The grief of their eternal separation echoed through the natural world. Rangi's sorrow manifested as the rain that falls from the heavens, and Papa's sighs of longing became the mist that rises from the earth. This constant, gentle mourning served as a reminder that the price of creation was high. The gods, once united in their efforts, became divided. Some, like Tane, embraced the new world and sought to preserve the order that had been established. Others, like Tauhiramatea, who could not accept the loss of his parents' bond, rebelled, unleashing storms and chaos to restore the old ways. This division among the gods reflected the ongoing tension in the natural world, a delicate balance between creation and destruction, between harmony and conflict. This moment in the legend serves as a powerful reminder that even in the beauty of creation, conflict is an inevitable force. The balance between light and darkness, sky and earth, must always be maintained. It teaches us that growth often comes from struggle, and that creation and harmony can only exist through the acceptance of opposing forces. The story of Rangi, the Sky Father, and Papa, the Earth Mother, along with their children, reveals a profound truth. Creation is often the result of struggle and conflict. Their loving embrace kept the world shrouded in darkness, and it wasn't until their children made the difficult decision to separate them that light and life could flourish. This separation, while painful, symbolizes the essential balance needed for life to thrive. It is through this act of conflict that the natural forces, storms, forests, seas, and winds, found their place in the world, each governed by the gods who represent them. This Maori legend teaches us that balance in life is not something easily achieved, nor is it permanent. It is a dynamic force, one that requires continual effort to maintain. The storms brought by Tauirimata, the growth of forests under Tane, and the swelling seas of Tangaroa remind us that nature itself is a delicate harmony of opposing forces. Just like in the legend, our world too is shaped by moments of conflict, but it is through these struggles that growth, change, and ultimately creation can occur. This timeless tale is a testament to the power of perseverance, the necessity of balance, and the mysteries that continue to surround the origins of our world.